Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am John MugiwaraJM and welcome to the live reaction to Mr. Sakurai Presents We don't know who this character is, but in about a minute we will. Oh man, now that it's down to the last minute I'm getting a little excited. I'm trying to keep a level head though, because I don't want to be disappointed if it's somebody I don't know. Even if it's somebody I don't know, and I'll probably still be happy. Plus, we are getting more fighters, so I'm trying to keep everything level. Alright, in just 1 minute, we'll be ready to go. So, I'm hoping for Crash or Sora. Be happy with Dante, BYLETH, or Travis. Oh yeah, I also want Lloyd or Yuri. And yeah, I think that's my last time I'm going to predict who this is. So, 9 o'clock, here we go, come on. Alright, it appears to be on. And here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Pooh!
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
That's totally
I
fine.
think
I'm
even
busy
many
this weekend.
Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
Oh shit.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do
Oh
this.
really? And here we go. It's BYLETH! Well, chalk one up to that.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharat upon our enemies!
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and
Unless this
minds
is a
will
fake
cease
out.
to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
BYLETH joined Smash House!
Joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Ooh! Screw you, Chris Niosi, you're not in fucking Smash! Oh, the other house members are in the background.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Put it in the girl.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Oh my god.
How is this?
This just made BYLETH the best Fire Emblem character. BYLETH recruits BYLETH. What in the fuck is happening? Yes!
You should be able to handle the hero's relics.
She uses different weapons. She's the best character now.
Strike with superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Did you?
Your will and mine be now at one.
Uh-oh.
To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Alright, I'm good with that. It's a fucking middle finger to Chris Niosi because he got fired, so he's not voicing BYLETH. He's like, well, let's go and put up the posters now.
Yes, there you have it. BYLETH from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access
Next
to
Tuesday.
the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
And Garrick Mach as the stage,
In
of
case you're not
course.
familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games.
Well, I
You might
figured
be
with
wondering what
it
makes
couldn't all be,
tactical. Well, it's tactical.
it all
in that
couldn't
it
be
simulates combat.
third-party characters, so
You can think of it
Nintendo had to have gotten one of their own in.
or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Except they changed that in
Recent
Awakening.
entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games.
There's only 17
Let's try
Fire
saying
Emblems?
them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say
I
It
thought there were
challenge.
more.
I'll give it a try.
紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、草原の奇跡、暁の女神、神南黒竜、神紋章、
You guys like forgetting to translate this part?
There you go, 17.
I was counting.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, BYLETH. BYLETH becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life and, well,
Raphael!
you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Hey, it's not all tragic. There's the chance you get to kill Syro, the little shit. I don't hate him as much as I think I don't like Leone now because
really hard to get a feel
she won't shut the hell up about Geralt and she won't get over him,
and of course,
even 5 years after he died. Also, if you're not a Fire Emblem fan, I said it twice now on the stream and I wrote it on Twitter. Chris Niosi got fired as the voice of BYLETH after his long history of abuse, including to abuse of me, came to light. And he was bragging about, oh, I got cast as BYLETH. I'm going to be in Smash now. He broke NDA and then his abuse came out and he got fired. So now he's not in Smash. So fuck you.
2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Oh, really?
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Wonder if he'll talk about the next DLC characters at all.
So
yes! Fodlan Wins is in the game.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
Oh yeah, because the Sword of the Creator has reach.
Hero's relic they use changes.
Hey, nothing to report, guys. There.
Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that.
Because they are bones.
First, let's talk about the weapon BYLETH uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is BYLETH's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
Okay, it's not a remix. This is the original version of the song.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack,
yeah,
they'll wave the sword overhead.
The
hit detection for
the hero's relics are from the bones of the goddess, or as they said in the game.
The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
So yeah, like picture like a weird version of Ivy
pretty
from
terrifying.
Soul Calibur.
They knocked him into the air with that attack, and in addition,
Oh, come on. I want to see Kirby BYLETH.
You can do awful things like this. That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If BYLETH does the same
This
thing,
madman
then
has
out,
4
so
controllers
you
with
should be
him.
able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
I love that he's using the other characters as weapons. That's so brilliant.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be
So
stronger.
if anybody hasn't played Fire Emblem Three Houses, like, you know the whole anime anime swordsman thing with the Fire Emblem characters?
You add a downward tilt,
Yes, BYLETH is a swordsman, but the change in Fire Emblem Three Houses is that BYLETH can
By
be
the way,
any
the tip of
class
the lance is more
at all. You can change him to be a
The shaft
fighter,
part is weaker.
mage, spear wielder,
So it's not
bowman,
similar to
axe
close
wielder.
combat.
And I think
It
I
won't
think that's
deal much damage,
great
and
that
it
they
won't
brought
knock
that in
opponents far.
on here. You know,
That's
to
why,
help
as a
go
rule,
go against
one
that
hit
debate.
with the
Like,
blade part
yeah, he can use anything. So maybe he has some magic skills too.
Next, the side special move.
Then again, we just had Hero, and he has a fuck ton of magic. So
BYLETH will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
I'm a little disappointed that it's Sothis is the final smash, though. I kind of wanted to see the house leaders come together, but I guess for story purposes, that makes no fucking
But as
sense.
you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it
Oh
well.
yeah, Gambit would have been great too,
Although you'll
with
be
a random
vulnerable
assortment of
to advance.
characters. But I think it's a bit much.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, BYLETH will
All right,
use
my next
attacks
question:
called
are they going to put in the dubstep song?
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the
BYLETH has long range to fight back the haters.
BYLETH channels
I'm checking Twitter while watching this too.
Strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh shit!
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Oh fuck! I'm in trouble.
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage.
Oh, Corrin can be different classes too. So okay, so Faith started that.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Ooh.
While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this.
Oh,
to reach
that
a
is
lower
gonna be
area.
some nasty shit.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Yep. That's great.
Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit,
I imagine
any
he might
opponents
be
on the
almost as
ground
heavy as
nearby will
Ike.
Still be launched a little.
Oh, it can still launch
It's as
even if
if
it doesn't
the
hit.
quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits that much power in a
That's
single
right.
attack.
All of them,
Counters
other
can
than
actually
BYLETH, appear to have
multiply the power
counters.
of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which
Which is
shares its
Claude's
name
weapon.
with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only
Oh,
appears
really?
in a few
I didn't know
neutral
that.
moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This
Oh, and
attack
Robert
is
doesn't have a
similar to
counter.
move of Pitts and other fighters like him. It lets
Oh,
you
he
spin
has
the
that
weapon.
thing that Claude does. That's great.
It's also
I think
easy to
Claude
create
spins it?
certain combos with
I don't
it.
know. I know he spins his arrow around when he's waiting.
And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward,
Okay, so
right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Kirby's gonna be using the Fail Not.
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
I mean, it's the
That
best bow
said,
in the game.
you
I
can still
imagine
cancel out
so.
of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Oh
a
God!
powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down.
So you can basically do
You charge
Link's
up power like
Final
so,
Smash
charge a bit more,
without a
and then fire.
Smash meter.
But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the
Yeah,
shield
that
button.
could be a down.
In other words,
Wait,
you're
you
committed.
hold on a second. You can go inside Garrick
So
Mach.
you see, a situation
So
like
this is a travel
pretty
stage.
terrible.
This is the mess hall.
Once you've entered the stand, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the
Oh, you can
risky
break the
attack
tables.
to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long
So there's the
move,
marketplace,
letting you
the
deal a set
the
of
mess
blows
hall.
So you need to think
Oh
carefully
God,
when using
I wonder
this
if you can go in the
projectile.
classrooms or the church.
BYLETH's final smash
Yes, you can go in the
is
church.
another god, Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Hey, BYLETH now has the record for the longest Final Smash name.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis and launch an attack together.
ソフィスが誰であるのか何なのかというのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third
Oh, fuck,
fourth,
look at those
and
alts.
are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders.
Those
Those
alts
of
are
you who
sick.
played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier.
What about 7 and 8?
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different haircut,
Oh.
which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game.
That's
story.
right. So Super Saiyan BYLETH
Didn't
is
we see
the
this
last
variation in the
two.
Final Smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで。
Next, I'll introduce the stage.
Oh, I love
For
this
We
one.
of course tried to recreate the place where you
Three
saw
Houses has such good music.
Garrick Mach Monastery.
作ってみました。原作における
This is how Garrick Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage.
So this specific.
It's the type of
Coordinate.
stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
その4つのエリアを
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
ご紹介したいと思います。まず一
The
番
first area is the
To
marketplace.
do.
I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house.
Dimitri and Ingrid.
Dedu and Ingrid.
Dedu.
Not
It's
Dimitri,
Dedu.
Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely
Oh my
from the
God,
Middle
Sakura, I
Kingdom
just fucking said
province.
doo-doo.
Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite the difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate man.
このステージで特徴
There are vendors on either side.
Sakura, you
In the
said you wouldn't
original
spoil
game,
things. You
these are
fucking
important
lied.
places where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them. You see, if you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
I was hoping you could see Anna on the right at her stand, but I
wonder
guess
where
not.
people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll
Oh, and the
past
Black
vendor
Eagles are in the
and go
reception
through the
hall.
ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception
No,
hall are
no
Edelgard,
Bernadetta,
Dorothea,
damn it.
and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire.
Well,
And
Bernadetta's
so
probably
they
hiding.
embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters.
Yeah, I was hoping he said that about the gatekeeper too. This is the gatekeeper. He has nothing to
Depending on the
report.
path you take, she'll go through some
That
terrible
or
moments.
when he breaks
You'll
the
notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
when he breaks the
It's possible
boost, it's like, oh, okay, now he has something to report. I would have loved that.
However, BYLETH can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So,
You can't.
it's nice
What about
to
the bunny
work your
hood?
way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge.
And then the golden deer
camera
in the
rotates 90
cathedral.
degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
It would have been hilarious if they
similar
put
to
the
the
Black
Bridge of
Eagles in the
Elden
cathedral, though.
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
And the hottest.
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap.
Yeah.
The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
That is just flying
As
around.
for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly. The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flame, and Rhea.
Ooh.
There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his
And
sister,
Flame doesn't look like a
He
porcelain
seems
doll.
to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes. Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give
Ooh.
us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Wait. What the hell's the...
Hero!
What is the point of him doing this?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as
Oh.
expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected. Good, there's Mom.
Good. He just referred to Mother Brain as Mom.
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up. I can't waste the chance. There's another Smash Ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using BYLETH's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end. Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added.
Oh.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in
Yay!
Board. It includes the
Oh,
house
there doesn't
themes
look like
among
there's
some
very
of the other
many.
popular characters.
Please tell me they evolved into their time skip forms.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Oh?
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh boy. This could be some shit. Some salt might be thrown around with this one. What? Oh my god! Bruh! Oh. Well, there you go, Austin. There's your Ubisoft stuff. Mega Man X again? Oh, we never got X again. Okay. Oh, we never got that one either. Oh! Oh, son. Oh my god, that's great. Do we have a Mugman one too? So they're technically in the game! Yeah, we didn't even get Mugman. Oh well. That's fine. The Altair one I was not expecting. Does that mean Ezio has a chance?
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Oh, okay.
I
Why
hope
that
you
one,
enjoy
though?
these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
I have these two coming in the mail
color palette
soon.
For Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Dark
fucking
Samus
look at
and
that shit.
Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th. And now, with the addition of BYLETH, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and BYLETH. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Fighter Pass 2. Yep. Yep. What, nothing 6? Oh my god.
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchased it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Understandable.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume, but this time, here's what we have.
Ooh.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Lastly,
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the
Of
meat.
course, trash
Plus,
comes to
there's
get picked
the
up
arcade
now.
versions and the 25 ports to other systems.
So I apologize
so
if
I
you
don't
can
know
hear
if
that.
that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC. Which means, no breaks for me.
Aw, poor man.
I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your hard work, Sakurai. I'm very happy with what you showed off. This is a solid Fighter's Pass, I gotta say. And now we're gonna get 6 more. Holy shit. Well, alright, everybody. So, that was the end of the Fighter's Pass, and we're not gonna know who Fighter 6 is until... probably the next Nintendo Direct, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so thank you all so much for joining. I hope you had a wonderful time reacting. It's probably... I know most of you guys aren't really Fire Emblem fans, so that probably didn't excite you as much. But now we have 6 people to look forward to. It is a solid pass, absolutely. We got 4 crossover characters that we weren't expecting. It's understandable that we would get a character as the 5th one as a Nintendo. It was also a Nintendo character, too. So... honestly, after 4 crossovers, I was kind of expecting it to be a Nintendo character. But now we can get crazy again. We've got characters coming until 2021, basically. So, yeah. Holy shit. So thank you guys all so much for watching. There probably won't be a... oh, actually, there won't be a stream of this at all for a while. Because normally I like to do a release stream of the characters, but BYLETH's not coming out till Tuesday the 28th. So, the first free day that I have when BYLETH comes out, we'll, Austin, Christine, and I will do a release party stream. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. Let the speculation begin for Fighters Pass Volume 2. And I will see you guys sometime next week for a stream. I'm going to be starting Shovel Knight King of Cards sometime soon. And I'm also going to finish Fire Emblem 3 Houses, especially now that BYLETH is in. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.